It is our monthly look at the rural real estate market. We do so with our expert in the field, Peter Newbold, the GM of PGG Rights in Real Estate. Peter, let's address the elephant in the room, prices for forestry land. I'm hearing that some of those forestry farms, and that's what they are, the sheep and beef farms that are going to forestry, are changing hands at somewhere between $7,000 to $11,000 per hectare. It's big money.
Yeah, it is, and look, it all seems to have gained momentum over the last probably 6 to 8 weeks. And, you know, that's probably a third up on traditionally where forestry land's being sold. I think the interesting thing at the moment is that the quality they're looking for is up on the pass, so the location becomes important, access to ports, rainfall, all those things. So definitely what they're doing is they're honing on better quality land, and they're prepared to pay more money than they were traditionally. So, you know, it's like a lot of these things, just got to be careful in the space it doesn't gain too much momentum, because we're going to lose a lot of good pasture.
Let's have a look at horticulture. There's another really strong story at the moment. If you had any more of those kiwi fruit blocks selling in the Bay of Plenty, Stan Robb, your man up there, I assume he's still up there selling those kiwi fruit blocks for $1 million per canopy hectare?
Yeah, look, it's a very strong market. The whole of horticulture is, and be fair to say, most, doesn't matter what size they come on the market, they're selling well. Kiwi fruit has been a little bit restricted through what's been coming onto the market, so it's really, there's been a bit of a supply issue there, but no, they're still selling strongly, and, you know, as we speak now, we've got one which is somewhere over 40 hectares on the market. A lot of interest in that. So, yeah, definitely it's a strong sector, and you just can't see it changing. Good returns, and you know, you go back to Zespri and that, it's a good organisation. The
grazing block market is going well for a number of reasons. Sheep and beef's pretty positive at the moment. There's always some interest there. And the other one is the dairy farmers who may be buying grazing blocks for, I don't know, wintering their cows or whatever with the M. bovis thing. So there has been quite a bit of interest in that sector.
Yeah, look, grazing has been strong. It's been strong for some time. And it's a large percent, about 35% of all the sales, where dairy is back to 11, and you're seeing horticulture at about 15%. So sort of quite significant changes, and a lot of this has come back to, we've talked about a lot, the change of land use, and that's what's driving, and then also the sentiment within dairy at the moment isn't strong. So you're seeing quite a bit of change, but definitely that grazing and hort, there's definitely some strong signals there.
Does anyone want to buy a dairy farm at the moment?
Oh, look, they are. I think it's one of those situations at the moment. It's had a lot of bad press. And, you know, there's a lot of things that, you know, haven't been helpful for them. You know, you've got the environmental, you've got the bovis, you have climatic issues, lots of things there. I think there's probably also a little bit of just finding where the value is, unless you get to the big stuff. And, of course, we know there's challenges there because of the OIO, which I think seems a bit strange when they're opening the doors to forestry, but that's another story.
Yeah, it is another story for another day. Capital gains tax thankfully got kicked to touch. That's renewed the interest in lifestyle properties, and, for instance, Paradise, where you live, Central Otago, is still pretty hot, Peter.
Yeah, look, it's been quite noticeable. As soon as that decision was made, we've seen an interest or strong interest in those, you know, those provincial areas like, you know, Central Otago, parts of the Waikato, Bay of Plenty, etc., where we've seen, you know, more listings coming to market, a lot more activity. And again, if you look down at the properties, you know, when you look at the value in those sort of areas versus the big cities, it's a no-brainer, really. So, yeah, a lot more activity in that space at the moment.
At PGG Rights and Property of the Week, and I've driven past this one, I reckon this is really good value. This is a finishing property, a sheep and beef property. Who knows, it might end up in trees. Let's hope not in this case, because it's real good country. It's 15 kilometres from Balclutha, Clifton. What are we looking at? 280 hectares, just under 700 acres.
Yeah, look, lovely property being marketed by Jason and Stu Rudder. As I said, just out of town, lovely rolling country. 280 hectares, they're wanting about 3.85 million, so great value. Just one of those really nice farms, you know, good infrastructure, good history, you know, good water, etc. So, great opportunity for someone.
Yeah, South Otago, with climate change, they'll be growing kiwi fruit there in, I reckon, 10 or 15 years, Peter.
Yeah, as long as there's not too many more trees put in.
Well, I won't get too political on that one, Peter Newbold. I've already had my ear severely chewed this week on that subject, but it's an interesting one and a debate that will not go away. Hey, thanks for your time, and if people want to look at our PGG Rights and Property of the Week, go to our website, thecountry.co.nz, click on Rural Properties, and there it is, that versatile finishing property in South Otago. Personally recommend it. We'll catch you at the field days, Peter.
Yeah, thanks very much, Jamie. Have a good day.